Right, think about this. How many times have you looked yourself in a mirror and wondered, what if I was just better looking? What if I had more muscles? What if I had better abs? What if my jawline was, stronger? Only then women would find me attractive. Maybe then I would walk in a room with a lot more confidence. But what if I told you that being attractive has very, very little to do with your face or the way you look, but everything to do with your energy, presence, and intention? Okay, let me explain. I've been diving deep into psychology lately, and in this video specifically, we are not gonna talk about style tips or skincare routines. This time around, we are diving deep into the psychology of male attractiveness. We will explore timeless principles drawn from Carl Jung and look into the hidden traits that makes, the most magnetic man magnetic, really. And by the end of this video, you will see for yourself that becoming attractive is not something you are born with, but it's something you can build day in, day out, from the inside out. So here's the thing. From a very young age, we are sold this illusion almost that women only want guys with big muscles, six packs, and whatnot, the rich guys. We are told that success in dating or the social life in general depends on how good looking you are, and again, how rich you are. We are, told that if you are not the bad boy, you are basically invisible. But here's what I wanna say. I wanna actually ask you this question. How many times have you seen a man who wasn't necessarily as attractive and yet he still had the best looking girl next to him, almost like he had something the rest of us didn't have? And here's the thing, he wasn't tall, he didn't have the best face, but yet there was something different about him, a presence, a silent confidence that didn't need to shout. I believe that is what we are here to uncover today. See, Carl Jung believed that every man wears a persona, and the persona is basically a mask we all wear to kind of survive social expectations. But the problem is, the more we wear this mask, we clinch to it, the more we forget the man underneath it. And what's underneath it? Who's the man underneath it? And I believe that the man underneath the mask is that version of yourself, of you that isn't trying to be liked. It's that version of you that knows he is worthy. It's that version of you that knows that he doesn't need approval, and that version is right within you. And once you actually unlock it, that's where you start to be attractive. Because here's what no one really tell us. The thing, the more you seek to impress, the less attractive you become. And so we're told that we always have to bring the flowers, to always let the women be right, etc., but that actually make us less attractive. And that is because real magnetism is achieved not by impressing someone, but by expressing who you are. So let me break this down. Here's what the most attractive men have all in common, and it goes way beyond looks. Number one is that they have self-worth. They are not needy. They know that their validation comes from within themselves and not from the people around them. Number two, they have clarity. It almost feels like that every step, every word, everything they do is done with purpose and intention. And the third thing I would say is that they have presence. See, attractive guys understand that presence is the most important thing, really. Is what people feel before you say anything, and it's what people feel once you leave a room. So they learn how to master that. And the fourth thing is that they have a voice, and the thing is that they know that their voice needs to be calm, steady, and unhurried. Attractive guys, most times than not, they understand that once you speak out, once you start talking to people, you actually show who you are, deep down. And there is a say somewhere that says, once you open your mouth, you tell the world who you are. And that is what I mean by voice. And the most attractive men, they master that. And it's almost like they understand that, speaking and their voice, it's almost like, a game of power. And the fifth thing they have is style. So here's the thing. It's almost feel like, the most attractive guys, they don't dress like everyone else. It's almost like their clothes are one with them, and it's never like their clothes are a decoration on top of who they are. And that is what makes them also attractive, is because they learn the art of appearance and how to actually look great. So above all this, here's the secret I want you to live with. I want you to understand that attraction isn't visual, it's energetic. It's the quiet confidence of a man who knows who he is. Attractiveness, it's the refusal to shrink or to overcompensate. And I think that you can't fake. You actually can't buy that, but you can definitely build it. And I also want to add something that many men would have loved to hear earlier, and that is that you are already enough. I think once this concept clicks in, attractiveness is uncovered. But the problem is, unfortunately for so many men, attractiveness is buried beneath years of shame, doubt, and competitiveness and comparison. I guess what I want you to understand with this video is that from now on, your job should not be about sculpting a perfect image, although that is very important, to train, to be disciplined, to feel and look good. All that is crucial. But I guess what I'm trying to say is that your job should stop being trying to have a perfect image. But I feel like your job should start being the one of peeling back what was never you to begin with. And that in itself, it's a whole journey, and it's a whole self-discovery journey, because you start to peeling off every single thing that was taught to you and things that maybe don't serve you anymore. And once you start peeling those off, you then meet that version of yourself that is within you that I was talking about at the beginning of the video. So I want to leave you with these couple questions. What is one behavior that you do, not because it's authentic to who you are, but because you want to be liked? And what mask are you still wearing? And the last question I want to leave you with, and the most important one, is what would happen if you dropped that mask today? Because here's the truth. In order for you to become attractive, you have to dig deep in yourself and unravel that version of you and actually become unapologetically yourself. That doesn't mean you have to be loud, you don't have to be aggressive, and you don't have to be perfect. And that, in my eyes, that is the kind of man, many people find attractive, and it goes way beyond looks. So if you find this video valuable, then consider watching this video next. And if you have any ideas or something you would like to add, then feel free to comment down in the section below. I do respond to every single comment. And in the meantime, I will see you on the next video. Peace.